What's up, guys? Welcome to the Chuggin. My name is Josue, your host. In today's episode, we have a good friend of mine, Maurice of the German band VØID. In this episode, we talk about his band, some German history, Linkin Park, Rammstein, and lots of stuff. Remember that if you like this episode, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel, comment, share with your friends. That helps the algorithm to share more episodes like this and reach more people. And before I play the intro, I want to talk to you about today's sponsor, Kreative Devices. If you're looking to buy a new laptop with big performance, but you're not willing to pay thousands and thousands of dollars, make sure to check out Kreative Devices laptop models. I got myself a Pro G16 model with a i7 12th-gen processor, 64 GB of RAM, an RTX 3060 GPU, and 2 TB SSD of storage. You can customize it with your own logo, which is really freaking cool. I'm going to leave the link to their website on the description too. Thanks again to Kreative Devices for sponsoring this podcast. And now let's go with the intro. How you doing, man?
Well, I'm good so far. How about you?
Doing great. I mean, we finally got to talk, right?
Yeah, we finally got to talk. That's right.
We've always been like chatting, like it's sort of like a different thing when you actually can see like someone's face, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a different thing when you're face to face. That's right, yeah.
So, you're from Germany, right? Like that's where you're located at?
Yes, I was born here and I still live here.
But like what part of it?
It's more like the Northwest. I live in a small town near the Netherlands, actually.
Cool. Nice guitar to the back, by the way.
Thank you. I had to show them. I mean, it's a guitarist podcast, so.
Yes. I'm gonna guess like the darker one, it's like,
this one?
That's like a Kiesel, right?
That's the Kiesel, yeah.
That's like a new one, right?
I got it like, I think over Easter this year. So like.
Okay, yeah. So it's like recent. Yeah, because I've been watching your videos and I know like when you get a new guitar, like you show it to everyone. I love that, dude.
I mean, I have to admit, I'm a bit of a guitar nerd, so yeah.
Yeah. Also, that one, like the other one next to that, that's the signature. I'm forgetting his name. I know he's from like She Sleeps, right?
Sean Long.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Java. Cool. I got it used. It was just like new, but just for a great price. So I was like, yeah. I just wanted to try something different, and it looks great. I mean, it's black.
Yeah.
The yellow appointments, which is quite nice,
Yeah, really unique design. Even I love like simple designs. I don't have my guitar right now, but I just love like a cool, simple black Strat. That's like
you got this black Harley Benton thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that on a video when we first talked on Instagram.
Yeah.
And the collab you did with the other guy.
Oh, with my friend, you mean?
Yeah,
Pablo. Yeah,
I saw the video and it reminds me a bit of my first guitar, which was actually because Thomann is like located here in Germany.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
that's so cool, man.
I had they had those starter packs.
Yeah,
€100. It was like a Harley Benton Strat knockoff with a small amp and everything, and that was my first guitar.
I don't know how they do that, to be honest. Like, it's crazy cheap. Like, that should be illegal.
But also quality for the price.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why I bought it is, I started to, take guitar lessons, and I started to watch, like, Raul videos, Raul Chili Toy on Instagram, and he basically, like, uses, like, Harley Benton guitars, because he's also from France. But, like, Europe, I know it's, like, Thomann is, like, really known there, so.
Well, the store of them, they're located in south of Germany.
Yeah.
So if I would drive there, it would probably take me 6 to 7 hours.
Oh, damn.
But it's just a small village.
Yeah.
Where they're located with like, I don't know, maybe 5,000 inhabitants. If you look on Google Maps, I can send you the link later.
Yeah.
You see the small town, but like 70% of the town is Thomann.
Oh, damn.
Which is crazy. And everyone in the town, nearly everyone is working there, which is kind of funny. They have an insider, they call it Thomann Town. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, and actually I thought it would take longer for it to arrive, but it was so fast. It was like the same week, I don't know, like a couple of days, considering, like I'm overseas. Dominican Republic. Right? Yeah. I've been editing like a lot of episodes right now. That's why I'm a bit like like off social media, but I also got back to college, so that's why I'm like a little with media.
Studying?
Yeah. I'm studying music.
What music? Oh.
Yeah.
That's actually cool, but I think in terms of theory, it's quite hard, isn't it?
Yeah. Definitely, because I have to practice a lot.
I think it always depends on the teaching method.
Yeah, exactly. Like teaching method, but like I think that applies to any subject.
It was the same when I started a job my apprenticeship. I mean, there's some people that are great in their job, but they can't show you how to do it, you know?
Yeah.
As I said, it applies to almost any subject, so...
Yeah, exactly. By the way, now that you mentioned your job, like, what are you doing now? So, sorry, I'm forgetting, like, I know you're some kind of engineer, something like that.
No problem. I mean, you can ask whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can even ask me the Linkin Park question if you like to.
Yeah, trust me, I have it over there.
All right. Well, I'm a construction engineer.
Yeah.
I made that apprenticeship like 6 years ago. It's been some time.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, at the moment I'm in a company that builds truck trailers and parts.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of cutting, welding, and you got the drawings of the stuff you build, and then you build to that drawing, you know.
Right. Cool. Yeah. I mean, that's interesting because it's such a different job, you know, to what we have in common, which is music. So like, how do you balance, like, I don't know, like writing or practicing like your guitar? And
that's a good question. Well, the thing is, I got shift work, so I got 1 week early shift and second week late shift, and always switches week to week. My sleep schedule isn't existent, more or less. But well, how do I do it? Well, when I got early shift, you know, I work till like lunchtime, and after that I'm off, and then I do music stuff and meeting friends and everything.
Yeah.
And when I got late shift, I do it before work sometimes if I'm you know, if I have the energy, and if I'm too tired, I just skip it for the next day, you know.
Yeah.
And most of the stuff that I finish is on weekend. I mean, when I make like videos, first I record them.
Yeah.
And then I record like 2 or 3 songs at one day.
Okay.
I mean, you know that stuff. It's setting up the lighting, setting up camera, DAW, everything. It takes time, and it doesn't make sense for me to put everything up, make one video, and then put everything down and put everything up the next day.
Yeah.
So I just record them 2 or 3 songs at one day, and then next day I will mix them. Then I will take a break for 1 day just to get my ears a bit relaxed, because if you're sitting there for like 6 hours mixing or something, your ears are blind, so to speak.
Yeah.
So I take a day off, then another day I will film 3 videos. So it takes like 1 week, but then you got some stuff in the pipe, you know, you can release whenever you want.
Right. Yeah, like you have that, let's say, free space for you to do like what you please. But I have to say, you're pretty consistent. Like I've been watching your videos like for, I don't know for how long, but you know, like long enough to say like I can tell like you're pretty consistent. I wish I had more of that. Like I think
thank you.
That's a good thing. Like a good, for sure. Like a good discipline, especially for like practice. I think it's such a good way, right? Like play songs like you like. I know you play songs you like, so that's a good way to practice. And
I try it. Thank you, man. For me, that was the whole point when I started that. So I started to take it serious with like videos. I mean, when did I start? 2020, 2021, something. I mean, no, even before COVID, I guess. We all were allowed at home. And I was like, no, what I'm doing now. Can't meet my friends, can't go to big band practice at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had a band at that time, but it split up because of COVID and obvious reasons. So I started to do that. For me, it's just like, you're also documenting your progress.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, the first videos just sitting there in front of your desk with your phone, inside camera, and then recording yourself just over the phone, and sound quality just sucked, and video quality also.
Yeah.
And then you would be like, okay, that's great. Put it up on Instagram. And, you know, and then you look at other people, and I mean, I also consumed a lot of YouTube videos on like tutorials for proper recording, and I didn't know anything about it. I didn't even have a computer at that time. I just had my phone.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's how I kind of got into it. And so I watched a ton of videos from like, you know, Nolly or the other guitar. I mean, you had Clint here on from Era.
Yeah.
He also has a great YouTube channel.
Yeah, he does.
He also makes amazing covers.
He actually like learned like to go, you know, to studios, you know, work with producers, right, and produce like records. So of course, like having that also could help, like, you know, I don't know, just stay in the studio, you know, and see like what they're doing. Like just, I think you can learn a lot just by like watching that. But apart from that, he actually, like, I was talking about that with Carson, which is, he produced their self-titled album. He was telling me like he was actually like an intern. I would love to have that available. You know, it'd be so sick. You know, like imagine, I don't know, someone like that, like Carson or Daniel Branston, who works with like Spirit Box, or people like that, would be like really cool, you know, to see like their whole process. We actually have that, I think, like on YouTube, but you know, like it's not the same.
Yeah, it's actually something that's on my bucket list, to have one song produced by Dan Branston.
Oh, that would be sick.
He produced Volumes.
Yeah.
Producing Spirit Box. Fox.
Yeah, he did Era too.
I mean, lots of those big bands in the scene, you know?
Yeah.
Produced by him.
Yeah, he's great.
You need a new idea or a new song or something.
Yeah.
And then no inspiration was there, so I just took a little break. You kind of fall into this little hole, you know?
Yeah.
Question everything you've done so far.
Mm-hmm.
And then someday it just like pops up in your head and you're just like, okay, that's a great idea. Let's try it.
Yeah, for sure.
That's just how it is sometimes, you know. Just take a break. Nothing wrong with it, you know. I mean, it's not your job, and when it's your hobby, it's something important to you that you do for yourself.
Yeah.
When you push too hard on yourself, you're kind of losing interest, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel that really deep actually, because for example, with this podcast, it's kind of, what you're saying. We could say, like, I don't feel as a hobby, but it's actually a hobby, you know, because I have like other responsibilities. But of course, like, like whenever I think, like I've had those moments like where you talk feeling like stressed out or whatever. Yeah, like, oh no, like I can't take a break. Like, I have to, you know, like keep, which is great. Yeah, like of course, there's a benefit there, you know, being consistent is really important. But of course, you know, there's nothing wrong, you know, with taking like a little break, especially when you have responsibility, like you say, like it's your hobby. And then of course, you know, if it becomes, you know, like your main thing, right? Like then you can think like that, right?
I think it's also a great thing for, I mean, like friendship or society, you know. Just
of course,
because people are starting to talk again with each other.
Yeah,
which is, I think, a good thing.
Yeah, actually, now that you say that, I didn't think about that. Of course, because when we had, where you mentioned like the pandemic, maybe that pushed us to talk more. Because like every day you see everyone like they're attached to their phones, whatever. And so I would love to know more about Germany, man. Like I've talked to you about this. Like I've always wanted, like that's one of, like whenever I think, okay, I'm going to travel, like that's one of the places I would love to go. And
is there a certain reason for it, or just like
there's lots of reasons? I mean, of course, like there's a feeling factor, you know. I would say it's just the curiosity, you know. Like there's a lot of things, you know, about history, about culture, and I don't know, man. I just love like the static, I guess. I don't know if it's because of the movies, or the thing is like I love, for example, like I've talked to you about this like Dark TV show.
Yeah,
I know it was it was recorded, like it's actually like a German show.
Yeah, no, it's a German show. I mean, I think they got 2 seasons now.
Yeah, I believe 2 or 3. Yeah,
2 on Netflix. Yeah,
it's like over, I believe. Yeah,
I watched it from start to to the end, and I was really shocked because we Germans are just like when there was a German film with like a comedy or a drama or something. Just German actors that are quite famous here in Germany.
Yeah.
I mean, like Til Schweiger, he also played in Inglourious Basterds, if you know the movie.
Maybe if I see like the picture, probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. And he's a German actor. Matthias Schweighöfer also played in this movie, and Christoph Waltz also.
Yeah.
You might know him from Django, the movie. Django Unchained.
I'm not sure, to be honest. Like, I'm not the best when it comes to movies.
You should do your homework. Yeah, but those are a few German actors, and we German people always like when they make a movie, those guys again, because some stereotypes are true about Germans, that they are very picky.
Yeah.
But when I watched the series Dark, and I was very surprised, because first the writing was great, the acting was great, and the way they just made the whole thing, the atmosphere and everything.
Yeah.
And it was quite cool. I was like, okay, I mean, for a German series, that's great.
Yeah, I was shocked, to be honest, because I have never watched like a TV show like that, because that's the thing, it's like, it's a TV show, like it's not a movie. So like all the production behind it, you know, like it's a lot, actually. I don't know, man, I just love like the aesthetic about it. Of course, music, you know,
Rammstein, that's also a nice thing, you know. They're very controversial, if you heard about it, and some things they do, and they like to polarize, you know. They are a bit like in the US falling in reverse to like say things that are not, that are an unpopular opinion or something.
Yeah.
And the music videos they do, they're just like movies, you know. This is crazy. The attention to the detail and storytelling, it's just like a movie in itself.
For sure. Yeah, I always heard about Rammstein, and to be honest, I was like never into it. Then like years went by, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna like check this band, why people think it's so good. And I have to say, like now I understand like why it's so famous, you know.
You watched the live video from them?
I know that's one of the things that...
This is crazy. Last year they had an arena tour in Germany, this year also.
Yeah.
And everything was sold out after 30 minutes or something.
Damn.
And they just have this very big stage with the band logo on top and the lights and everything.
Yeah.
Just a huge thing.
Yeah, I believe they have like one of the biggest.
A bit before that, he worked as a pyrotechnic guy or something. Yeah, and he makes it all himself, the planning and everything.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which is crazy because there's a lot of pyro and a lot of fire.
Yeah.
I think that's also the thing that draws most people into it, like the visual aesthetic and
exactly.
Combination with the music, you know.
And they basically don't sing like in English at all. Like it's all
they just sing in German. They got a few songs where they mix like German and French.
Yeah. And then Till does like, I don't know if you saw, like he does like covers, like Spanish covers or whatever. Like there's one of a famous band, I don't remember, but it's called Entre Dos Tierras. It went viral. Like people were like crazy, like you know, because like no one would ever think. It's so funny because, you know, it's like I'm sorry, but it's like a German trying to sing in Spanish. It's like it's like, oh god,
it's quite entertaining, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it would be the same if you were trying to sing in German. So I think it's
yeah, and like that's why it caught my attention the most from that band, because like I'm sorry, I'm not the first one to say this, but German, it's such a hard language to learn and then like to listen to, because you guys are...
No, I you know, like, a few times before, and also got some messages on Instagram.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you're from Germany? Yes. Yeah, can you send me a video and say this and this in German? Okay, so I sent the video and they were like, yeah, fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's just that... Yeah, we're so simple, like Americans. Like we're not used to, you know, to listen to such phonetic whatever, you know, differences. Like whenever we hear like someone talking German, we're like, what the fuck is that? You know?
Yeah, no, it's German. It's like sound wise, it's very direct and very straight, but also very, very hard sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
So depending on what you say, but it's like very, very straight to the point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but actually, I would love to know, like, is there any like German artists or bands like you think, I don't know, like deserve more recognition, or maybe we should listen to?
Just like with German text, or doesn't matter?
No, it doesn't matter. Just like, you know, like German based, like influence or...
Well, we get some great punk bands here.
Oh, really?
One is called Die Ärzte. They are also singing in German.
Yeah.
Die Toten Hosen, which is, when you translate it in English, it just means the dead trousers, which is quite funny.
Okay.
They were all just like, you know, when they kind of originated when Germany was split in two. After World War II, we had like West Germany and East Germany.
Yeah.
And they came from West Germany. Rammstein also originated from East Germany.
Can you explain that? I'm sorry. I'm really bad with history.
Well, after the Second World War, the Americans and English, they were splitting the occupied. The Americans and English and French occupied West Germany from like north to south, and the Russians occupied the east.
Okay.
And they were just occupation zones, and you know, as the Cold War started, the Russians actually built a wall straight to the middle of Berlin.
Okay, yeah.
So they just cut off the east from the west, from like the 60s all through 1990 when Germany was reunited. You get two times Germany. You got the German Republic in the west, and the Democratic German Republic, DDR, in the east, which was just like a communist state.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but like the wall, you mentioned that Berlin, that's the wall of Berlin, right?
Yeah, that's the wall of Berlin. You might saw some pictures of it.
Yeah.
History or something. Yeah. When you come to Germany, and you should obviously visit Berlin.
Yeah.
Go off also the sightseeing and everything. But there is a tour you can drive with a bike.
Yeah.
On to the points where like Berlin Wall was. There are also always like just little poles on this bike tour. So you can rent a bike there, and then you can drive all the way through. And there are also some leftover parts from the original wall that you can visit. And
cool, interesting.
There's a whole museum that was built for that purpose.
That's cool. Yeah, I would love to know more about history, especially like Europe. Like I'm not so into like US, like they're always at war for some reason. But I think it's really...
You don't say.
How do you feel like about the German like music scene? Like, do you think it differs from other countries?
I mean, especially the heavy scene. We got some nice bands, but they're not just very popular international wise.
Yeah.
Just few newcomer bands. But as I said, Rammstein might be the biggest one.
Yeah.
International wise, you know. Also just German speaking, which is quite crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great. Makes me proud of it. But we got a big metal scene here in Germany. We also got huge festivals.
Yeah.
And I mean,
right.
Every year we got like 5 or 6 very big festivals where just bands like, it's always Parkway Drive.
Yeah.
Architects bring all the big bands coming here and playing the festival, which is great.
Yeah, which one is the biggest? I know I'm forgetting names, but I know there's one like it's pretty famous.
I think the biggest one is Wacken.
Okay.
And then you got Rock am Ring, which is also
that's what I knew there was like one in Germany because
Rock am Ring.
Rock am Ring.
Yeah, it was also pretty big, and I think next year they're celebrating the 40th anniversary or something.
Yeah.
Just let me look it up. I don't want to blame myself.
Yeah.
Yes, next year they're celebrating 40 years of the festival.
Cool. It's really interesting to see like more bands from Europe, like, Gay Recognition, like Gojira, like playing the Olympics.
That was amazing. Actually, a colleague of mine from work told me that, you're into this metal music, aren't you? Yeah, why? Yeah, some French metal band was opening the Olympics. I was like, yeah, of course. And then I saw the video and I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. Historical thing, like playing on the windows of this old prison where Marie Antoinette was imprisoned and playing a metal version of this revolution song,
Yeah.
French revolution song that the people...
Saira. Yeah, Mea Culpa, Saira, something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it just made it metal.
Yeah, it was great.
And everyone was like, oh, great, it's Gojira. And nerds like us are just... Is he playing an ESP guitar?
Yeah.
After that, he announced that he's now with ESP also.
Yeah. And then like Evertune, like it started like to post every single day. Like, do you see it? Oh, we have this French band that played in the Olympics using our Evertune bridge every single day. It was like, of course, like who wouldn't be like so like proud for the heavy music scene? It's one of the best things that we could like see this time and age. And of course now, like the most important thing, which is Linkin Park coming back.
Yeah, Linkin Park.
Why that face, dude? You seem so sad.
Well, I'm a bit torn too,
Mm-hmm.
That's how I still feel, because when I just got into like heavier music, I mean Linkin Park, there's no way around Linkin Park.
No.
Whenever you get into rock or heavy music or something.
Yeah.
Because they have like this wide span over more genres than just one.
Yeah, exactly.
And also the big influence. And so one of the first heavier bands I went into was Linkin Park.
Yeah.
And the song was, I think it was Faint.
Okay.
From the Meteora album.
Yeah.
And so I was listening to Linkin Park consistent. After that, I got into like heavier music.
Yeah.
All the way up to deathcore. But, it's just... And nowadays, it's just like, it depends on my mood, what I'm listening to.
Yeah.
But Linkin Park was always consistent, such as Gojira.
Yeah.
And so when you're in your youth and you're growing up, you'll always listen to those songs, and the message in those songs is, I mean, it's very deep. I mean, now you look at it on a different perspective, but the memories you connect with the songs, and now when I saw the live stream they played with the new singer, the concert.
Yeah.
I was a bit sad,
Mm.
Well, also, some friends of mine are a bit upset about it.
Yeah.
But that's a very political after that, I guess.
Yeah, even they said it like this. There was just no one like Chester,
No, I get the point when they get like a other male singer, and then people be like, oh, they want to replicate Chester.
Yeah, of course.
Now they took a woman.
Yeah.
And now everyone is also on like, everyone is female fronted nowadays.
People will always, critique that way, like a negative. But actually, I will say, this is just my opinion. Like, there was like a lot of like great singers out there that could have.
Dude, I'm absolutely agree with you. I mean, it's Linkin Park. They could have had anyone.
Yeah.
And I mean anyone.
Yeah.
Because it's Linkin Park. It's same like if Green Day says we need a new singer. They
exactly.
Get anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't have to search for 7 years for someone.
Yeah. I mean, I get that part, but if they're getting back, like
they want to make music again.
Yeah, exactly. And then like maybe just me, but there's someone I always like thought would be great. He actually makes like great covers for him, which is Tele from The War Alive, their singer.
Oh yeah, Telly Smith, yeah.
Yeah, Telly Smith. He would have been like at least like I think he could have been like a great vocalist for them.
Yeah, a friend of mine had actually a quite funny idea, and he was like, and why just they went for Chester's son?
He sings too?
I don't know, but I mean, it's a son. I mean, of course, there's some voice similarities, you know?
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you meant more like a decision-wise, because, you know, I don't know if you saw like the news, like, but his son...
Yeah, I saw the news.
His son was not happy with it, which
and now it's his mom.
Really?
Yeah, I saw that today. I just went on YouTube after work, you know.
Yeah.
I had my lunch and the typical scrolling that you do then. And I just saw the video from, I think it was from Rockfeed.
Yeah.
Then that Chester's mom is now very disappointed of the band.
I mean, what can I say, man? Like, business... Like, there's a difference, you know, between, like, making music and then, like, making business.
You know, I think there's also a lot of business around it and a lot of money is involved.
Of course.
Now, it's just the son complaining.
Yeah.
Then it's his mom. And, you know, magazines always be wild on that, you know?
Yeah.
Topic for the next day is safe and the money is flowing, you know?
but I mean, like, for the band, you know, like, the decisions that the band made, like, are also, like, business related, or at least that's just my opinion, you know?
Of course. I mean, for how long? I think 7 years.
Yeah, 7 years.
Yeah, 7 years, yeah. I read a statement the other day and it was just like, even if the vocalist dies, the band don't die. So the band is still there and I can still carry on.
To be honest, I would have never thought of Slipknot without Joey Jordison. But then they got like Jay Wimber and it worked. Of course, it wouldn't be the same. But you know, that's just other story, you know. With this case is like so different, like something we'll never know. Like 5 years, 10 years from now, we'll see like where's Linkin Park at. Which is
but I actually think what would make sense to me was like, I mean, they could rename them, but I think it's just like a new chapter with a new singer, maybe a new sound.
Yeah, exactly. But also, I don't know if it's just me, but I don't know why, but now they kind of like reminds me of Coldplay, you know, like the new sound. It's like so like happy or like
I get your point. It's now just like happy music and everything. People that are familiar with Linkin Park know that it's not sounding happy, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's heavy music, you know. It's not meant to be happy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's space for everyone.
Linkin Park they were so diverse, and I mean, they had their own sound, but so many influences from like rock, metal, hip hop, you know, what they later called like Limp Bizkit, new metal.
Yeah. Yeah, it was music like not for everybody, but meant for everybody, if you know what I mean. Yeah. That's how I felt with Linkin Park. To be honest, I was never like a big fan. Like of course I would listen to, for example, like One Step Closer or stuff like that, which of course they're more like to the, like you say, new metal, whatever metal side. But I mean, it's always been great. Like they don't have like a bad song, and yeah, it's really, I don't know. It's just really interesting to live in this time and age, you know, and see those kind of like the decisions people make, and you know, just be there and be like, oh, I never thought of that.
It will be interesting when the new album is out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can wait. Like I would love to see like what's that like.
I mean, I will give it a spin and see how it goes, you know. Maybe there are some more old school Linkin Park songs on them, who knows?
Yeah, I hope. That would be cool.
Maybe some more Coldplay. No, you said something.
I fucked it up, man. I know you now, like this new band, right? Is it called VØID Cold or VØID?
The Instagram name is VØID Cold, but it's called VØID.
It's called VØID, okay.
But the O is with like a cross, just to make it look fancy.
Yeah. Cool. So you tell me more about it? Is it new or? I
joined the band like a month ago, a month and a half.
Yeah.
Well, 5 weeks back, I had my 3 weeks of summer holidays. And that was like, I think it was 3rd of August, my first holiday week, when we were shooting the first music video for the song Parasite, which was our debut song.
Yeah.
You know, first music video for me ever. I was very nervous. It was a great and fun experience, of course.
Cool.
Definitely. It was cool.
Did you like influence in some kind of decision on the song, or you're starting to get into that, like songwriting?
You want to know the whole story?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, let's go. Story time.
Yeah.
Well, in the beginning of this year, I was with the other singer. We were like just a two-piece, and had our little music project going. We also went to the studio.
Yeah.
But it just didn't work music-wise. We had just different tastes. I just wanted to go a bit heavier, and he was like a bit softer.
Okay.
And to get like to a common point then is a bit, it's a bit hard, you know. But we went to the studio, recorded like 2 songs, which was great, but they weren't released. So, and at that time they were writing me on Instagram, so, hey dude, we like what you're doing and we're looking for a second guitarist. Are you interested? And I was like, no, sorry, I'm already in a project now. And I mean, I could have it as a side project.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like, if I'm in a band or something, I just want to commit like 100%. Give it all my time and attention to make the best out of it, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Also with my work times, that's also not always, it's not easy to manage when you have like 2 bands or something.
Right.
And then later I was thinking about it and was talking with the other guy. I was like, you know, I got this project. They asked me if I would like to join, and he was like, yeah. I mean, he's married. He has 2 kids, 2 little kids. So very less time. And he was like, yeah, if you want, go for it. Wish you good luck. So since then, I joined the band. And then both, the vocalist and other guitarists, they were like doing music for, I think, 3 years now. I was like, yeah, what's up? And I was like, yeah, finding members isn't easy.
No, definitely.
No, it's not easy. I mean, you can find guitarists or drummers, but if you want like a good guitarist or a good drummer, it's
very hard.
I mean, yeah, also on the musical side, but also on the social side, you know. People you can get along with, can hang out, you can, you know, work and talk and everything. And I mean, it's also friendship that's built up, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So yes, to consider all of this, it's not easy. It's true.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and since then I joined, but we will also release a second song at the end of this month.
Oh, cool. I have to check that out.
Definitely.
So, like, style-wise, like, how is it? Like, is it a metalcore type of thing, or?
Star Wars, it's kind of crazy. We have a few bands in common, but everyone is just listening to the different stuff. So other guitarist, Mark, I'm the youngest guy in the band. I'm the little kid. He's like 30 or something. The singer is 29, and I just turned 27. So
really young.
So Mark, the oldest guy, he just grew up on like 2008, 2010 metalcore, you know.
Yeah.
Bring Me the Horizon, of Mice and Man, Attack, the whole Warped Tour lineup. But we have a few bands in common, so it's just like a mixture of, I would say, metalcore, new metal. I wouldn't necessarily say gent elements, but just this modern, a bit more low-tuned stuff, you know?
Yeah, I would love to check that out. I'm logged into metalcore, of course. Actually, I was like a huge, like, obsessed fan with Motionless in White.
Yeah, me too. Which record is your favorite?
Actually, to be honest, like, the record that changed it all for me was With Your Shift, which is not like their oldest stuff, I know, but I love that record. It really represents the band. You know, I think that started to blow up more and more, because, you know, if you think about it, like 10 years ago, or even not long ago, like, they were not as big as they're now.
No, I think it's crazy to see how one record can change the whole chorus of a band.
Yeah.
In either direction, even up or down. And for me, it was like the album Reincarnate.
Yeah, of course.
That was the one that when I discovered them.
They have, you know, the one with Abigail, Creatures.
Creatures, yeah.
Creatures is a great album too. I would say like those 2 albums, like Reincarnate and that one, like, really defines the band. And then they like added their new sounds afterwards, and now it's like a complete different thing, you know.
I mean, I think the song that just let them go through the roof was like Another Life.
Yeah, that was the one.
There's the song called Cold, which reminds me a lot of Linkin Park.
Yeah, they have a lot of that. They've done like covers in the past, and they definitely have like a influence, because if you listen to even that song, like Reincarnate, like that's like all that in like new metal and then like industrial sound, like that's what I think like defines like Motionless in White, you know, like metalcore, like even like sometimes like actually pretty fast, and then like those elements like new metal, and now they have like I would say maybe like their guitar tone is more like, they start to get more modern, you know, like gentle.
Yeah, I think when I discovered them, also for me as a guitarist, it was like a bit crazy discovery, because they're playing in drop A, and didn't knew at the time what that was. Now they got some songs in G or something. Yeah, so a bit modernized, so to speak, I guess. I mean, they always have catchy choruses. Yeah, you can't deny that. That's what
That's what
they can.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's
I would say definitely like Chris' voice, Chris Motionless, like I believe is one of the best. Like of this time, I think he's one of the best vocalists. Like he has a crazy range.
I respect that, but from my opinion, one of the best vocalists right now. I mean, top 3. Noah Sebastian from Bad Omens.
Yeah.
Because he can go up.
Oh yeah.
Very, very, very hard and very low. And then I think Ronnie Radke from Falling in Reverse, which has also a lot of variety in his voice, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Which is kind of crazy.
It is. Yeah. I have to say though, like with Chris, I think it just like I'm really picky with like when I really like someone's voice, like their tone or like their personality. Yeah, I think that's what like caused me like the most attention. Like even if they have maybe not the best range, but their voice like who I would think so.
You know, I don't know how you feel about it, but for me sometimes it's a band and you got the instrumentals and everything, and then the singer starts to sing and you be like, his voice color doesn't fit to the whole context, you know.
It's great to see like when a vocalist like can match like the band.
Yeah, when it fits like in the whole context. And
yeah.
I had discovered some band a few years ago, and this friend of mine showed me that, and I was like, okay, instrumentals were great and everything, and then the vocalist started to sing, and I was like, it was okay, but just I would say his voice color somehow just didn't fit the whole context, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Also, can we talk a little bit? Because I've never talked about this with anyone, but you know, like with vocalists, I think it's really interesting. I don't want to get into like polemics, whatever, but we already here. I mean, we talk about Linkin Park, so with vocalists, is it just me or every time something like bad happens to a band, I don't know, like some negative shit, like why is it always like related to the vocalist? You know, like I've never heard like, I don't know, like, oh, like their bassist is a douche or whatever. It's always like the vocalist.
That's a good question. I like that.
or you know, even with stuff with like allegations or whatever, it always like makes me go like, why? Like what? You know?
Well, I think at some point it's mostly the vocalist who's like the front man in the band.
Yeah.
Most of the time. And they also be like have like a influencing ego and like an influencing role they play in the like video promos, just the vocalist, or making Instagram stories, the vocalist, hey guys, blah blah blah, we're playing there and there. After some time you associate the face with the band, you know, and I think that's also a part that plays into it. I also heard of other band members, was it last year or 2 years ago, when they, like Moth the Flames, when they kicked out the bassist.
Oh really?
Yeah, he did something stupid. I don't know what it was, but they just kicked him out for some allegations.
Yeah, that happened to Motionless in White too. Yeah, I don't.
It's not just always the vocalist.
Yeah, it's not, of course.
Their personality or the lifestyle they draw to, I don't know. It's just a bit like, you know, the band Attila?
Yeah.
Singer Chris Fronzak? Perfect example.
Yeah, exactly. We've talked about Germany, we talked about your band, talked about Linkin Park, and some other crazy shit. It's been a great talk, man.
Yeah, it's been great. Appreciate it for having me and taking the time.
Of course, dude.
Before you can go to Germany, I will send you some locations that you should visit.
For sure, dude. I would love that.
I will also send you some more German bands.
Yeah, for sure. I would love to get into that. Yeah. So yeah, man, great talk. And is there any musician or producer that you would love to see like for the next episode?
I think personally you should invite Alex Winter.
Oh yeah, like the guy who makes this, like
he makes Meshuggah covers over everything.
Yeah.
Was also a great thing because now he's endorsed with Harpas Guitars, which is a German guitar brand.
Oh right, they're German too.
They're located in Berlin.
Oh yeah, I saw like Buster from Viljarta and.
Yeah, he has a signature guitar now, and Alex is also getting has a signature guitar now. You should invite him. He's a quite nice guy. He's quite funny.
Cool. I would love to. Yeah, he's super funny. That's why I would love to get him on.
He's doing bleed over everything. That's great.
Yeah. And again, thanks, man, for taking the time to come to the podcast and have a great day.
Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.